So welcome into our first match of the day here from day number 2 from the NACA National Championship Tournament. The Rock and Gramercy to get things started off here this morning. Once again, we are in essentially pool play. This has been narrowed down from yesterday. We have pool play today, and then we will move on to bracket play, which will be tomorrow. These two teams that will start things off here this morning will be going into either Division 1 or Division 2, depending upon how they do during pool play today. The Rock serving up 2-0 here in set 1, make that 3-0 off of 3 straight serves from Faith Marquise. Faith serves here. Now the Warriors with a little bit of an opportunity. Comes right back over to the Rock. Back in the near side, and a kill off the left front by Ella Lipka. And a 4-0 lead for the Lions. Serve here is another ace. That'll make it 5-0. This will be played back row, and that hit out of bounds by Lynn North for Gramercy, and a 6-0 lead for the Rock. The Warriors play it back up front here, bumped across by Macy Williams. Now a set in the middle. Winnick fires. That's a good dig on that back line by Klosterman. Now Lipka. Klosterman again with the dig. That was partially blocked up front. Set in the middle. And a kill by Megan Winnick. And a 7-0 lead for the Rock. And another ace will make it 8-0. So Faith to serve again. Short serve this time. Played back up front and put across. Now the Rock will set it to the back row. And a kill there by Jalen Stout will make it a 9-0 lead. Serve played to the opposite side, and that blocked up front off the hit of Macy Williams. And a timeout to Gramercy. All the Rock here early, 10-0. They lead it. We're back with more of set 1 in a moment. You're watching the NACA National Tournament. So a 10-0 lead for the Rock out of this timeout. Faith Marquise will continue to serve. And finally sent back over. The Lions to set it back here on the near side. And another kill for Ella Lipka. And it's 11-0. The Rock has kind of been the dominating force here in the NACA volleyball universe over the last few years. And once again, this year, they're set up to make another run. As comes back up near side, Lipka puts it across. That ricochets off the ceiling, and another kill for Ella. Make it a 12-0 lead. And the short serve a little bit too short for Faith that time around. Matter of fact, to the point that Coach Stephanie Wyatt, I think, almost lost it on the sideline. So 12-1. And the serve here for Caitlin Liskey. Back far side, and a kill there for Winnick. Now a 13-1 lead, and Megan will go back to serve for the Lions. Back to the front row for the Rock is Caitlin Crofts, the 6'1 junior. And serve there, a little bit of miscommunication for the Warriors as a couple of girls there in the front row just looking at each other, trying to decide who was going to go for that. And in the meantime, it's 14-1. So Winnick to serve again. Played now up front and bumped across by Williams. Sent off the near side and into the net goes Caitlin Crofts. Make it 14-2. It's now Ella Taylor, 5'6" sophomore for the Warriors, will serve. Played back to the near side, and Lipka winds and fires, and another kill will make it 15-2. So back to serve for the Lions is Maria Hernandez. Set to the outside, and a kill there for Jalen Stout. Now 16-2. And there's with the serve here. Warriors trying to set something up to the outside. Put across by North. Now near side, that hit into the net by Lipka. Make it 16-3. Wow, good serve. Off that back line by Macy Williams, but a great set, and then just crushing the ball is Ella Lipka, and she'll go back to serve. So into the lineup for the Lions comes Camille Johnson. She'll replace Faith Markey. So serve here from Lipka is an ace. That'll make it 18-3. Serve now played by North. Back to the middle of that back line. Put across by Taylor. Up front, that tipped across. Hernandez sets to the back line for Lipka. Good play up in the front row by North, and now she'll send it over. Back to the near side. Johnson just tips it across and down, and that'll make it 19-3. So once again, Ella Lipka to serve. Ella's serve here taken on that back line by Liskey. Now sent across, and the Lions with an opportunity. Set on the right side. That was blocked off the ceiling So the kill will make it 20-3. Lipka's serve here hits the top of the net and rolls over. So the ace will make it 21-3. Floater serve that time, set up for the Lions. To the outside, and that hit into the net by Stout. As now Emery Wyatt checks into the game. Serve here by Lynn North, taken on the near side. Johnson will just put it over to that back line. That rolls off the top of the net. Set to the near side, and that hit into the net by Johnson. Make it 21-5. Serve here taken back in the near side. And Johnson with the hit. Good hustle play on the far side by Liskey. Back in the middle, and another one hammered home by Caitlin Crofts, and it's 22-5. I just hit the power. Set back to the far side. Put across there, and it ricochets off of pretty much everyone on the Warriors, making it 23-5. That's Kariana Ayala with the serve here for the Lions. Rock will play it in the middle, and then another kill for Megan Winnick. Make it 24-5. And set point here for the Rock. Set comes back in the near side. Good dig by Hernandez. Now back to the near side. That tipped across and in by Camille Johnson, and that'll do it for set one. 25-5 is the win for the Rock. We'll come back with set two here in just a moment. You're watching the NACA National Tournament.
Can one choice change a life? When it's a big choice like choosing a college, it's safe to say yes. Put yourself in the shoes of a new student. You want teachers you can really learn from. Classes you look forward to. Friends who share your faith. And times you won't forget. But more than that, you want a college that prepares you to serve God with your life. Pensacola Christian College offers all this and more. Come see what a Christ-centered campus is like during college days at Pensacola Christian College. Visit pcci.edu for more info.
Educating students.
Educating students.
To become servants of Christ. Servants of Christ.
Para llegar a ser servidores de Cristo.
To make a difference in today's world.
Faire une différence dans le monde d'aujourd'hui.
Einen Unterschied in der heutigen Welt zu machen.
Fazer uma diferença no mundo de hoje.
تغييب الدنيا داير وزان.
Мы можем изменить сегодняшний мир.
Start of set number 2 has 1 hit, 1 point for the Lions. That is Faith Marquise with the kill and a 1-0 lead for the Rock. Megan Winnick and Maria Espinoza check into the lineup for the Lions. Set taken back near side. And a kill there for Lynn North. We're all tied up at 1. Coach Wyatt for the Rock using that in-between set times to set up her lineup for game 2 or for set 2. And a lot of the original starters kind of out of that lineup now and using some of the other players on her team to kind of take over here in set 2. And you have to remember, they played all day yesterday. They play all day again today. And then for the Division 1, you get another 4 or 5 full matches in one day. So I want to make sure you're kind of working through some of this. And, of course, here in set 2, everybody will kind of rotate in and out for Coach Wyatt and the Lions, but rework things a little bit here. 3-1 is the lead for the Rock. That serve into the net by Tatum Arledge. Now 3-2, and back to serve for Gramercy is Macy Williams. Wyatt plays it back in the middle. Winnick fires. Good ding on that back line by Liskey. It's in the middle again. That time just tipped over. Lions will try it one more time. That's sent across. Wyatt back to the middle again. Now it's set to the outside. And finally a kill for Faith Marquise and a 4-2 lead for the Rock. Yes, Ella Lipka back in for the Lions. And now Camille Johnson back in as well. Serve here, a little bit of a floater back up front. Set across, now set in the middle. Oh, nice play by Winnick, even though I think she mistimed her jump and wanted to hit it additionally. But you could see right there she kind of had to pull back and just tip it over into an open spot, so it ended up working out anyway. And we got a whistle and a double hit on the Warriors to make it now 6-2. And again, Johnson to serve. Comes back in the near side. To the back row. Arledge just puts it across. Short set in the middle, and Winnick hits it into the net. Make it now 6-3. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but a little bit of discussion from the officials gives it back to the Rock, and now a 7-2 lead. Set to the far side, put over by North. Now Lipka, that rolled over the top of the net. And set to the far side, and good hit there from Winnick, and it makes it 8-2.
So, good morning, John Chapel.
Oh, boy. I mean, it's morning and it's good.
We want to apologize to our viewers. Our scoreboard had a little bit of trouble waking up this morning.
That's not the only thing that had some trouble waking up this morning.
Had a little bedhead going on. Now we got that sorted, getting ready for a big, long day of NACA volleyball. And what a better way to start it out than getting to see the Rock in action.
Yeah. As we said, the Rock has kind of been the long-standing top of the mountain, as it were, and they are again this year. If you're going to win a Division I title, you have to go through them. There's no doubt about that. So serve here by Lynn North. Back to Winnick if she'll hit it inside that back line. Going to look at it here and just good placement.
They definitely bring the heat. All the way from, help me out, Gainesville?
Yes, yep.
Home of the Gators?
That is true. Serve here for Winnick is an ace. That'll make it 11-3.
Gainesville, Florida, that is, viewers.
You know what? I've been to a lot of places in Florida. I mean, I would say like probably 75% of the state. Gainesville is one place I have not been. I've been by there, kind of.
This would be a good Saturday to go. I believe they're hosting the Bulldogs. I could be wrong. It could be in Georgia. But that's
an entertaining matchup.
The world's biggest cocktail party, I believe it's.
Yeah.
I believe it's called. But that's going to be a very consequential game in the SEC East.
Serve here is out of bounds. Make it 12-4. Let's serve for Gramercy is Tiffany Harris. And that serve kind of rolls across it in for an ace. Make it 12-5.
kind of the biggest highlight or game on my radar this weekend, given Alabama has a bye week. Just trying to keep my spirits up and kind of look forward to a good game maybe with a Georgia-Florida game.
It was a good kill for Mela Lipka, making it 13-5.
How's those Fighting Illini doing? Forgive me for not keeping really.
So here's how that works. And for those of you who've kind of been listening and watching this for a while, you know that I'm an Illinois season ticket holder and have been for a number of years. It's a work in progress isn't exactly the right term, as Lipka on the outside with another kill, making it 14-5. The thing is, Lovie Smith came there 3 or 4 years ago now. 3 years
Smith,
ago
he came from the Bears. Wasn't he involved with the Bears?
He was with the Bears, took the Bears to the Super Bowl. And then he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for a couple of years and then ended up at University of Illinois, which everybody was excited about. And everybody, students and everybody there still like him. I mean, he's a very popular guy. The problem is the results need to start showing up. And, so far that has not happened. Good kill from Ella Lipka, make it 15-6. I will say this year, though, they started off, they won their first couple of games. They won their first Big Ten game in like 2 years. I mean, it is Rutgers, so I'm not really sure if that counts. But in any case, they did win a Big Ten game finally. And then they played, I think they were 3-2, and they played Penn State. And they were winning in the third quarter. I think they were trailing by 4 going into the fourth quarter. And then they lost by 30. So I'm not sure how that works. But they went from, I think it was 28-24 to losing like 63-27 or something like that. But and then they got pummeled by Wisconsin. Actually, the most disappointing loss of the year, is that another kill will make it 16-7, was their loss to Purdue. They came home off a win over Rutgers, and I think they were 3-3 at that point. Biggest crowd Illinois had in a while. I mean, 40.
Against who garnered that big crowd? What team?
Purdue, and they're close to each other.
Yeah,
within about an hour and a half or 2 hours of each other. And the stadium holds about 60, and there were probably 45.
Oh, that's pretty respectable.
Which isn't too bad for a team that's awful. That's not too bad. And then they come out and lose. I think it was 46-7 to Purdue, and then the air kind of went out of everything.
That's a stinger. Yeah, that'll take the air out, and that's unfortunate.
And then they went to Wisconsin and got whacked. So I don't know. We'll see. The hope is, I think, from fans is that if they can get 1 or 2 more Big Ten wins, there's something to build on. But
if they can still sell their season tickets for the season ticket holders might be able to sell them for face value at some point.
Oh, yeah. You don't sell them at face value now. My goodness, I can't even get half of what my ticket is worth.
Oh, man.
Unless, if they're playing Wisconsin or, another good team, you can get ring of them for face value. But
yeah, those Wisconsin fans will pay it probably on StubHub.
Wisconsin, Nebraska, Iowa, they'll usually bring crowds. But, yeah, it's again, everybody likes him, and they're hoping that get it turned around, but they're spending a ton of money on the football program. They're rebuilding the stadium. They're in the process of, I think it's a $21 million football building.
Yeah.
For meeting rooms and all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's important for recruiting and other, just to have those really nice facilities. So, that's, as a big football fan, I would assume that's money well spent.
And the thing is, it really is a fun place to go to a game. When they're good, they're supported. I mean, they'll sell out that place if they're good, but I don't know. It's just been so long since they've been halfway decent. 21-8 the lead for the Rock.
Forgive us, we digress. We are in the heart of football season.
Yes, we are. And for some of us, that means
a lot.
Yes, that's true. Have a rather vested interest in a few places.
Yeah, I mean, season ticket holder, that's pretty strong.
So a kill there from Winnick. Now 22-8. And again, we have fun. Win or lose, we have fun. We like going, but we, of course, would like to see them be competitive. Well, and the recruiting has been pretty strong. They have a 5-star recruit from St. Louis, quarterback. As this one 3 hits and doesn't go over. They out-recruited Alabama, Ohio State, all the big teams to get him. And the key is, though, can you keep him? This is his senior year. Can you keep him in the fold until, he actually comes to school? That's another thing to wait to see.
Oh, yeah. So he's not.
He's committed, but you know how that is.
I do know how that is.
People change all the time, so.
Him being 5-star, that's
Yeah, everybody was kind of shocked by that one, but I mean, there's one thing about that staff. They have tons of NFL experience. And there's a good kill. Rock will make it 24-9 off the hit from Marquise and then a set point here. But they have a ton of NFL experience. There's a lot of Illini in the NFL from the last 3 or 4 years. So they have that pedigree. It's just, unfortunately, they can't get it all together.
Almost looks like the Rock is having a little bit too much fun.
I think Ella Lipka she ran up to check in and then slipped and fell, so they're going to go out and wipe up a little bit over there before we get to set point.
Hey, this is a good time to remind all of our viewers, if you haven't already, be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and of course you probably already are, but if not, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you won't miss any national tournament events or other sporting events. But you'll stay abreast of all the news and happenings at NACA Sports and even Fort Bluff Camp, which is a wonderful place to bring your church group, youth group, all kinds of group, maybe women's group, what have you, to church retreats up here. Just go to fortbluffcamp.com, contact Dave Secure and his staff, and they will coordinate and give you awesome facilities up here and wonderful hospitality. Beautiful place up here on the mountain.
So the Rock wins in relatively easy fashion here, set 1 and set 2. Again, these are not a best of 3. It's just individual sets. And we will see the Rock again here in just a little bit. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your next matchup of the day, which is scheduled for 10, about 20 minutes from now. You'll do that here in a little bit. You've been watching the NACA National Championship Tournament.